So you guys have been requesting a Scribble tutorial, so today I'm going to be making that. I'm sorry for the wait. Things have been getting in the way of that, but anyways, I'm ready to do it now, and I do apologize if I can't explain things perfectly. I'm not very good with piano terminology and whatnot, so if I do mess things up, I'm sorry, but I hope the visuals can help out with whatever I'm lacking explanation-wise. The beginning of the song starts off with a G octave, so G, G, and then there's a D in the middle. And then while that's holding out, you play these keys, D and a G, and you just repeat that over and over. But what to keep in mind is when this first plays, this octave chord, or this chord, I mean, this doesn't play. So after this plays, then this starts coming in. So while you're holding out the G, that repeats 23 times. And then after that's done, after the 23 times you played that, it moves to a C octave with a G in the middle. And for this, you do want to be playing the D and the G while you play the chord. So down here, G, don't play it while that the first time you play it, but while you move up to the C, play it all at once, and that should repeat 8 times. And then you move down to a D chord, so D, D, and then in the middle should be an A. And then you also play that at the same time you played these keys up here. And that should repeat 6 times. And it holds out. And then the next part of the song starts. So once this G is done holding out, you go to the D, D, G, D, A and B, back down to the A, D, G, D, and for the left hand, it's a G chord, but more like an arpeggio, I believe that's what it's called. So instead of playing it together like this, you separate them out like that. So when this D is playing, you want to play the bottom G right here. And then when you go up to the G, you play this D. When you go back down to this D, you play this G. And then these play. So for this part, you can just do whatever you want with the left hand, but as long as it's still in the G chord, if you know what I mean. I don't really know how else to explain it, but you can just mess around with that in the left hand. So basically it should sound something like this. Or instead of going up, for that part you can go down. So you can play basically whatever you want in the left hand, as long as it's in this G chord pattern. You can do this, any pattern of notes you want, but basically that's that section. So after that, it goes down to this G, C, G, C and D, E, G, C, G, and then D and E, D, C, C, B, B. And in the left hand, it's a C chord. So C, G, C. So once this plays, this is the C. You play the C down here. But when this C plays, you play this G. When it goes back down to this C, or this G right here, you play this C. So the C and the D. And once again, you can just do whatever you want with this hand as long as it's any of these three keys. So that's that section. So after that, you're left off at this B. So from here you go, you play the B, E, B, F sharp and G, F sharp, B, E, B, F sharp, G, F sharp, B, E, B, E, B, E. In the left hand, it's an E chord, so E, E, B. So when you play this B, play this E right here. When you play this E, you play this B. When you play this B again, you play this E. So once again, you can play whatever you want in this hand. Actually, yeah, you can experiment with the left hand on your own, but here's what it should sound like. So after you repeat the B and E's, it starts repeating the F sharp and D. So it's basically this rhythm. I don't really know how to explain it, but just follow along. And in this hand, you want to play the G chord again, and you can also experiment with this. So basically that's what it should sound like, but yeah, you can play whatever you want in this hand, as long as it's in that range or whatever. So after this section, this is basically how you play it. You go down to the E, E, C, D, D, E, C, G. But I like to add more notes in this hand. You can experiment with that. So how I play it is basically and then in the left hand, you'll be playing the C chord arpeggio. So this part's a little hard to explain, but you start off with G down here, and it's an octave G, 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 and then A and B, A, D, G, D, and then you play these together. So D and G, A, back down to this G, so D, E, and then that's another section. And then in the right hand, you want to be playing this again, G, G, D, G. So we basically gone over this. You just step this up when you're playing notes in this hand. So each note is a separate note in this left hand. And then after that, it's C again. So C in this hand. This is an E. You can experiment with this hand. So G or E, C, C, D. So this is what that should sound like. So with that section, you can either play the C down here in this octave, or up here in this octave. Whichever one you prefer. And after that, we go back to the E chord, and it sounds like this. So basically, instead of repeating what we had in the beginning section of the song, it changes up to this. So it's B, E, G, and then we play the same chord but without the G on top. Play that twice, and then B and F sharp. So after this section, basically we've already done this part before. And this new section, there's 3 different chords in this hand, 3 different chords in this hand. So in the left, it's a C, C chord, D chord, E chord. So C, G, C, D, A, D, and E, B, E. In this hand, it's an E chord. So G, C, E, A, D, F sharp, B, E, G. So when we play the E chord in this hand, this is a C chord down here, F sharp, D chord, and G chord, E chord. So we play this E chord 12 times, and we play this along with it. This D chord, F sharp chord 4 times, and then there's the G chord, F sharp, E, E, G, F sharp, and then right here we play this B, and then the C, and then while we're playing the B, we play G, B, D. So, and then when this steps up to the C, we play G, C, E. So once you put it all together, this is what it should look and sound like. I'm going to go ahead and skip through the beginning portion of the song because it's simple and repetitive.